Hi, everyone. We're the casual ones, where failure is always an option. I'm Ray, and welcome to Casual One Shots, where we aim to highlight games and systems that we find interesting, and hopefully help make it a little easier for you to decide if it's right for you and your gaming group. Today, I have with me Aaron, Rebekah, and Rowan to help us explore Triangle Agency by Haunted Table Games. It's had a massively successful Kickstarter, and frankly, we, and definitely me, I couldn't wait to jump into this exciting system to explore its offerings. I will be taking on the role of the GM, usually means Game Master. In this case, it means General Manager of the session, with the others taking on the role of residents or representatives of the Triangle Agency, a clandestine organization with one simple goal: stabilize all realities. If you guys are
I
ready.
definitely thought you were saying that was the acronym for resonance. Was that whole thing?
Stabilize all anomalies? Like, I don't
Yes.
think so.
I don't think that quite matches up.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just get right into it. It is a hot early morning, late June, heading into the sort of long weekend here in July that we all know to be the Canada Day long weekend. Frank, you are basically rushing with the minivan to go drop off your daughter Emily at the babysitters for the day, because you have been called in by the agency to work something like overtime. And as you have Emily sort of strapped into the car seat on the bench in the back, you've got your coffee in the coffee holder. You probably have a little stain on you somewhere. She goes, "Daddy, are you gonna go fight monsters today?"
He honestly swerves a little bit. What? What? No, that's not what I do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and she's playing along with her little bear, Mr. Beans, and
looks up in the thing. He's like, "Who told you that?"
Nobody. And she's kind of like, "Mr. Beans, you have to be quiet."
Oh, there's a moment where he's like, "I am not going to report that."
And when we see Frank in the driver's seat, what do we see?
So Frank is basically this disheveled, definitely gives a Jim Gordon vibe, sort of like discount Jim Gordon vibe. So, graying hair, he's a middle-aged dude, but just very, very plain clothing. He's like wearing almost like a beige shirt. He's got his jacket in the front seat by him. He's got some like hideous tie from Lord knows when, because it's not a tie from now, so I don't know who we got it from. But mustache, like definitely maybe three-day-old stubble on, and big glasses, and just sort of like eyeing the glove box where he knows he keeps his cigarettes, but he's not gonna do that with Emily in the car. But he's definitely just keeps like reminding himself that they're right there.
As you pull up in front of the babysitters, she's got the wrought iron fence, and actually has a like first floor walk up, which is very rare in Toronto, as we all know. And as you stop, Emily looks at you, and she like holds Mr. Beans and looks at you and goes, "Daddy, don't forget about the BPA meeting tonight."
The PTA.
She looks at Mr. Beans again. She's like, "That's what we said. That's what I said."
No, I know that's what you said. Actually, can you hand me Mr. Beans while we get you all set up?
Okay.
Just really quick, and then he puts it on his shoulder as he's like getting her out of the car seat, and then he's just like, "Hello," and then picks her up out of the car. Okay. You be good, eh? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Here you go.
Holds him very close. She's like, "I will. Don't forget about the muffins."
Yes. Oh my God, you are such a wonderful little girl. I love you so much.
Mommy Nate said you'd forget.
We won't share this with Mommy, I don't think.
Okay.
I need this.
It'll be a secret between the three of us.
Where did you get that doll?
I've
Did I
always
buy
had
that for
them.
I didn't buy that for you, did you?
No. You're silly, Dad.
Yep. Yes, I am.
And as you walk Emily into the babysitters with more questions on your mind than you started the day with, you can't help but think about how big she's already gotten in just such a short time. And with that thought foremost on your mind, we go now to Char or Char. You are sitting or sort of perusing through the bodega in your local neighborhood. It's somewhat run down. It doesn't seem to get quite as much foot traffic as it would like, but it's a place of comfort for you. And you are speaking with the store manager, as you normally do, as it seems you guys have something in common.
Hi, friend. What can I do for you today?
I mean, I think you know what I'm looking for. You got any of the good papers today? Anything new? Anything spicy in there?
Hold on a
Good
second.
news.
You look around, go through, do our version of. I can't think of any weird papers that we have here in Toronto.
Right.
And Toronto
kind
sounds
of
already pretty weird.
Yeah.
Sounded
Inquirer.
weird.
The Inquirer, yeah, or is that?
So maybe.
Yeah, okay. Slide over and Inquirer. As usual, a lot of it's, kind of bullshit, but check out page 15.
What's it about? Start flipping through, eyeing all the hot dogs in the thing.
It's up to you.
I mean, it's one thing I've been noticing here, and I don't know if you know about this. Just down the street, they're building another one of these, and I flip to another random page showing just a regular cell phone tower. You're gonna have to watch out for these. I saw you got aluminum foil back there. You're gonna want to top up. These are gonna be everywhere soon. It's a whole array. They'll be connecting to our brains. I don't know what's next, honestly, but
Char, you got yourself a cell phone yet?
I mean, you gotta. Unfortunately, you gotta, of course. But these things, they're obviously gonna have multiple purposes. Maybe they're trying to connect to, back, if you know what I mean.
Do you know what you mean, Char? Have you looked at the technology of this thing? I hold out like a brick cell phone.
Yeah.
What do you think they're gonna do with this?
What if it's a side effect? Accidentally rip open a hole to our home. You know what I mean?
Char, I would ask you to choose your hot dog and make scarce.
All right, you could pretend, you could pretend, but you got the aluminum foil to stock up. Actually, I'm gonna go grab one of those and then a hot dog as well to go. And I grab a full 30-foot roll of aluminum foil under my arm with a hot dog.
And as you're walking out, with these things in your hand, you can't help but think about how quickly life changes here in this big city and just how simple things used to be back home. And you don't regret the choice you made, but sometimes you wonder if it was the right one. You step out over the guy sitting on the steps near the split open garbage bag as waste management drives on by. And there's just that familiar Toronto smell filling your nostrils. And with that, we move over to Jenny. Jenny, you're late again. You've got to get in. You've been called in for more overtime, even though they don't pay you. And Mom's downstairs having probably spent a good part of the morning having made a breakfast for you that maybe you don't have time for.
Running down the stairs, stuffing things into my messenger bag. Mom, I don't know why you're doing all this. I only have 5 minutes. You can just give me a black coffee or something. It's fine.
No, you're gonna sit down. I don't know when the last time you've eaten dinner or breakfast. So you can. I put the time in here, so I'm gonna.
I don't have time to eat breakfast. I can't be late.
That's fine. I don't know what I did wrong.
Mom, I'm sorry. I'll eat the breakfast. sit down.
Well, that's good.
start
Okay, so I
stuffing
made
food.
some of this, and I think you'll need some of these here, and
And
then some
just
orange
toast is
juice there.
fine.
No, we're gonna do, and then she just starts trying to feed you everything.
Mom, we're launching the new model today. I can't just be
Well, that's really cool, interesting. And model of what?
of the phone. Mom, the phone. I
Oh,
keep telling
yeah,
you to
the
get one so that
phones.
I can call you. We can stay in contact.
Oh, like you'd call me. I'm sure you have so many other things to do.
Sorry. When your fiance plays your mom in an RPG.
Incredible.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and as you're going through and you're trying to like wolf down this breakfast just to make your mom happy, you think like, man, things used to be so much easier back when all I had to do was just go to school, come home, and hang out with my friends, and just you're kind of missing the good old days.
Okay, well, here's your lunch, and then I got a snack too. I've written your name on them, so you won't
Mom,
get them
that's
stolen.
so embarrassing. Everyone goes out for lunch.
Well, I put them in a brown bag. What's so embarrassing about that? Yeah, walking around town like like a city girl. There you go. It's fine.
I'll take it to work.
Okay.
They have snacks there, you know. It's like a really cool company.
I can only imagine those cost like $2.
No, they're free.
Ridiculous. No way. I know how these Toronto things go.
Mom, I love you so much. I'll see you
I love
after
you
work.
too. Okay. Bye, best friend.
And as you wave goodbye to your best friend / mom and head into the office, all of you are now rushing to make your way to the agency as you have all been called in on a Saturday of all days. All of you arrive downtown, actually pretty close to where the convention center would be and where a lot of the older buildings in Toronto are. But you arrive at a very nondescript brown facade building that really only you tend to notice. It seems that passerby either find something else more interesting to look at or ignore it completely. But you enter into the lobby with a nice marble floor tiled in black and white with gold trim. And it's actually very airy and bright in here. Now, the three of you enter fairly close to one another. And before you even really have a moment to sort of like dust yourself off from outside, you do hear an announcement over the PA system. And that sort of muffled sound of Tangerine Control, Chartreuse Cleaner, Mauve Intern. Please come to admin floor 3. That's Mauve Intern, Tangerine Control, and Chartreuse Cleaner, floor 3.
Oh my God. This must be a big assignment. Hurry my way there.
Yeah.
Right? Cleaner and intern? Okay.
Lowly jobs, I guess, huh?
Like, I'm controlled, damn it.
I'm in control. What's going on here?
Yeah.
So you all make your way to the 3rd floor to a familiar for some of you, probably mostly for Char and likely Tangerine. But this is 3rd floor admin with a license plate, with a nameplate that says Rose Admin on it. And as you approach, the door opens automatically into a nice, airy office. You see a tall, matronly woman with her red beehive hair and a white pantsuit that's a couple years out of date. And she's sort of ageless. You know that she's not in her 20s, but beyond that, you would be hard-pressed to assign an age to her. She's got a sensible red heel augmenting her already impressive height. And she kind of strikes a balance between welcoming and imposing. Good morning, everyone. Please come have a seat. And before you see 3 chairs, sort of the tubed metal frames that you would see where like it's not that it has 4 legs, it's that sort of A frame that folds up into a slightly uncomfortable chair that's good enough to sit in for just about the time of a meeting. But they are arranged in a slight triangle with the chair in the middle just ever so slightly ahead. of the others. Tangerine, which chair do you sit in?
I will sit in the front chair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mauve Intern.
I take out a flip notebook and I go, and what coffee orders can I get for all of you for your meeting?
Oh, honey,
extra
no,
for me.
it's okay.
Black.
Please have a seat.
Black.
And
And
you can see that there is a coffee maker. You actually start to smell that, like, that rich waft of coffee. You can see that the coffee pot is already percolated and ready to go.
Ooh.
I'll just sit down then. And I perch on the edge of the closest to the coffee machine area where I could jump up at a moment's notice if need
Got
be.
it. So the left-hand seat, leaving the right-hand seat for you, Char.
I was definitely eyeing the left, and I just slinked into the right.
Well, good morning, and thank you for making it here on such a timely manner. Mauve, Tangerine, and Chartreuse. Do you mind if I call you Char? Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Okay, just Chartreuse. It tastes weird. Anyway, so thank you for making it in. As I said, I do have an assignment for the three of you today. As you know, the office here is kind of a new one. The agency long held the belief that Canada's population density, frankly, wasn't high enough to, result in the creation of anomalies. Over the past couple of years, that has changed, and they've decided that sending cross-border agents on away missions has just become too expensive. So we have this brand new office, and I've got a third floor window. And she kind of looks out, and all of you notice that the big picture window that's it's like 12 feet by 4 feet, big like corner office kind of thing. You can't actually really tell what part of Toronto you're looking at. There's not really anything that would denote, like, there's no CN Tower nearby. You can't see the Sky Dome, even though you're on that side of the building as far as you can tell. But just and she kind of notices the look, frankly, on your face, Tangerine. She goes, yeah, the building has not been cooperative, but that's for another time. Not everything is ready yet, but I do have enough to be able to get you all on your way. We've detected the presence of an anomalous source or signal in a local theme park. We will be sending you all today to Canada's Wonderland because we have detected, frankly, a massive signal through there where we can't even pinpoint this thing's location. We really need you to go and try and track down this anomalous source and, put it away. And she, at the words "put it away," takes two perfectly normal briefcases and sits them on the glass top of her desk. As you know, the agency does prefer if we use our capture methods, and she kind of taps on them. But as always, and she thunks a 1950s replica ray gun on the table, and she sort of slides it towards you, Tangerine. She goes, there is always the less savory option of using the ripple gun. But of course, we prefer if you can try and bring it back alive, if not entirely happy. Just pick your targets carefully.
Of course.
The traffic is about to get pretty bad as it is the long weekend. So you may want to get moving as soon as possible. And that's frankly why we are so worried, because if this anomaly is present and going to make itself known at a theme park on a busy weekend, that's a lot of loose ends that the agency can't afford.
Well, I mean, yeah, you called the right people, I think. One of you is Tangerine, and one of you is
Mauve.
And
Mauve.
so she knows at least coffee, which I think is an asset.
Jeez.
I'm quite good at it, and I take scrupulous notes.
That's good.
The notes will be useful for us to be able to try and determine the modus operandi of this anomaly in case we do come across other ones of a similar nature. Unfortunately, due to the amount of resonance that is there, we can't even determine the type of anomaly that is there. So that will be up to you to determine. So tread carefully. As well, do try to blend in. Remember, you will be at a theme park. So no suspicious activity.
So extra hot dogs. I pull one from my inside pocket. Shake it out.
Where did you get? Did you bring your own hot dogs?
Actually,
You gotta blend in.
that's a good point. Tangerine like turns around in his chair and looks. What does Chartreuse look like?
He's got just like wild dark hair, pretty messy clothes. He's got like, I don't know if do we have any semblance of a uniform whatsoever?
No, not particularly.
That's great because he's got a denim jacket with a ratty t-shirt underneath. Everything kind of like mismatches. Often he'll wear sunglasses when talking to regular folks, but indoors he doesn't always keep them on. And yeah, you'll notice he's pretty twitchy. Likes to keep moving.
Great, that'll be wonderful around kids. And then he looks over at Mauve, and yeah, what do you look like?
Super frazzled, like not put together, wearing like a ill-fitting like white button down and like cheap polyester dress pants. Probably little heels too.
Well, at least one child. Okay. Do we have any like do we have tickets that we can collect?
You will be
Oh, yeah, I
responsible
kid
for
not.
access to the park. But of course, just submit receipts at the end of the day, and the agency will take care of that.
How much is that up front then? How much are we looking at?
I would also like to know the answer to that question.
Just you have to like stop at the bank if we're gonna have. There may be.
Or my mom's house.
And she looks down at the pamphlet that she's got in front of her, which is just the pamphlet for Canada's Wonderland. And she's like, a day pass appears to be $40.
Okay.
For the agency.
Yeah, I should.
Will that be a problem?
No, I don't think so.
Thank you, Tangerine. I knew there was a reason you sat in that front chair.
Yeah. I don't like. I can work this out if anything comes up, but not a problem. You've got at least one senior on here. And these guys look raring to go, though. So
There's a student pass. There's a student discount. My student card's still valid, I think.
Oh man, I could definitely steal like a fake one, or whatever.
Okay.
That's fine.
We'll be
Also,
fine.
leaning up onto Tangerine's chair. I know a good bus route takes you right up there. Like $3.50 or something, $5 sometimes.
I've got a car. It's fine.
Oh, he has a car.
That's crazy.
Cool.
And
Is it okay if I smoke in here? Is that?
Oh, I would prefer if you didn't. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. No. All right. Cool. No.
And also, no eating in my office, please. I'm not a fan of crumbs.
Oh no, this is just for. Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Put it back
show
in the
hot
pocket.
dog. Okay.
Demonstrative purposes.
Yeah.
And she sort of pinches the bridge of her nose. She goes, the resonance, though we haven't been able to determine the exact source, does seem to be localized somewhere in the northern part of the park, from what we can tell.
Okay.
That's the closest domain.
The situation may change when you're on the ground, but so far it seems as though the entity or entities has settled somewhere in the northern part of the park.
Are you going to give us one of those? Just pointing to the pamphlet.
Yes, and she does hand out one to each of you. This will
Ooh.
provide useful recon for you, and to be able to determine where you are within the park at all times. As you can see, each individual ride is labeled, as well as a path between them. So there really shouldn't be any issue with the three of you getting lost. I certainly hope not, anyway.
No.
Absolutely not. You can count on us.
Yep.
Okay. Any further questions? All right. Pip pip then.
Excellent.
Everybody, time to go.
To a car.
Cool. I will grab a gun and one of the briefcases.
I'll look at Char, look at his cleaner designation, and grab the other briefcase.
Okay. So just to be clear, that is Tangerine is in possession of both the briefcase and the ripple gun, and Mauve has the second briefcase. All right.
Yeah, but Char's a hot dog. So
Char's got the hot dog.
Yeah, all right. We're all equal members.
everyone has some inventory, so we're okay.
Remember that hot dog does require attunement.
Okay.
As we're leaving, I sidle up to Tangerine and go in for a handshake, nice and firm. Sir, I'm really looking forward to meeting you. Huge fan of your work. I think this is going to be anything you need. I'm there for you.
You've heard of me?
Yes, of course I've heard of you.
That's not the way this is supposed to work. I'm sorry.
No, but we met.
Well, yes.
I got coffees for your meeting last week, and then you asked me to make 100 copies of a document with some muffins on it.
Muffins on the. Oh my God. Yes. We will have to make a stop on the way quickly. But yes.
I didn't read it. I understand the rules.
That's good. That's but firm handshake. That's good.
Thank you, sir.
It does
All right.
actually that several of the pages of banana muffin recipes that were printed out did seem to be redacted in a number of strings.
That's why I didn't make them. That's why.
Sure. So all of you pile into Tangerine's minivan.
Oh, I thought you said a
Spacious.
car that you had. Was
All
a
right.
car.
But there's a company car coming, I've been told. But don't go searching around in the seats or anything.
Definitely won't. I got one hand back in the seats.
And as you pile in, you do have to sort of make space and move around the car seat that's in the back.
Yeah, it's kind of in my way because I'm not a front seat kind of guy.
Yeah. He just kind of realizes, like, oh, I definitely should have prepared this for work.
I think Jenny goes back and forth between the front seat and the middle seat for too long.
Yeah, take it to go.
I shouldn't sit in the front seat, but then it's awkward to not sit in the front seat, and then settles on the front seat, and my palms are very sweaty at this point.
So you all pile into what I assume to be a light blue Dodge Caravan of the early 2000s and head on down the road. Of course, this is a very time-consuming trip as you make your way out of downtown Toronto, up to the proper highway exit and make your way out to Vaughan to get to Canada's Wonderland. Of course, you do stop at one of the IGAs on the way and pick up some banana muffins just as a precaution in case you don't have to work late, Tangerine.
No.
But before,
snacks, good idea.
Not for you.
For sure, of course.
You can have. You just
me?
Bag of peanuts. No, not for you. No.
Okay, because if it was just one of us wasn't allowed, that'd be weird. But it's definitely not weird that neither of us can have the snacks.
Just, I'm sorry. I'm sure I've got like candy around here somewhere or something.
I can look around.
We can.
Okay, don't look around. I will find it for you. Okay.
I eye the car seat. You been here before? Canada's Wonderland?
No, this isn't. No, not exactly my vibe. That's not a word.
Really?
At the time. Not exactly my feeling. Yeah. Do I strike you as a Canada's Wonderland?
Maybe.
Right?
No.
Good.
I don't know.
And as you pull up, and remember that this is the days where you didn't have to pay for parking. Yeah, so you just pull up to the wide open parking lot. You do see the, you can hear these screams of people as the newest rides are flashing in the distance. You see the carriage of roller coasters rolling over the side, which would be at the entrance to the park would be the Dragonfire with its famed double loop. And
Damn,
all of
that's
you approach the
fancy.
entrance to the gate, and they ask for your payments.
I give my student ID to get a cheaper ticket.
Kind of like look over it, and it's like, Miss, I believe that this is expired.
No, that can't be right because I haven't graduated, so.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. That's really strange. Roll your duplicity for me, please.
Ooh, first roll.
First
What a
roll.
stupid thing.
64. So in this game, when you are trying to do something difficult or making something that is risky, you roll 64 and look for at least 1 3. With additional 3s providing additional successes in certain situations. But I can see that you got at least 1. He goes, oh, hold on. And he kind of like hits looks the card. He's like, oh, there's some schmutz. Oh, you're right. You're right. I see that it isn't expired. And when he hands it back to you, you can see that the card, in fact, is no longer expired.
Nice. That's a lot of discounts.
Yeah. He goes, $25, please.
I look at Tangerine.
I think at the risk of doing something stupid, I think there might be 3 tickets set aside for us.
A name, sir.
Under Tranglay.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to ask you to roll duplicity on that as well, I think.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if you're gonna use an ability because I was gonna help you out there.
All right. Give me a.
I should also point out that any dice that are not 3s gives me chaos with which I can do crazy things.
I might have to spend one of my duplicity to not fail this.
Yes.
Do it.
Yeah. So I got no 3s.
Okay.
So I will spend one of my duplicity.
So 1 quality assurance in your duplicity to create a 3, and you can see him. He's looking through. He goes, yes, sir. Here they are. 3 tickets, please. Enjoy your day. I notice you have briefcases with you. What is that about? Is there anything in there I should be worried about?
Not unless you're worried about paperwork. Have a good
What
day.
up, guy?
I don't do paperwork. No. Because, and again, remember, this is the days before there was security at the gates.
Right.
You used to just pay and walk into the park.
Love that.
The first half was optional. So
That's right. Yeah, you can just walk right in. So as you enter through the front gate of Wonderland, you are confronted with all the wonders of this place. Before you lies the big, wide open fountain and waterworks section as you're in the this international street with all sorts of different vendors and gift shops and just groups of people that are just joyful and relaxed and seem to be having fun. And it's particularly loud here. I'll point that out. Where are you all looking to head?
I was a little bit interested in the chocolate zone. I don't know if you guys want to slip past in that direction.
Chocolate, yeah, that sounds not the mission. That's not the mission, Char.
We gotta make our way around and just point to the mountain. Can't go through it. Gotta get around it. Chocolate zone to the right. So
Yeah.
Sounds logic.
Okay. Yeah, so as you head up on the eastern side of the water fissure, what do we even call that? The lake. We're gonna call it the lake.
Some kind of lake. Yeah.
It's some kind of lake. And you see the entrance to the medieval fair section on your right. It seems that the drawbridge is actually broken today, and there is a repair crew there beginning to try and attend to that and fix it. As you go up past the Cadbury Chocolate Factory and up close to the mountain in the center of the park, there is just a massive group of tourists that are clearly from out of town, possibly from out of the country, but very obviously here on some like big bus tour. There's probably 70 or 80 people that are coalesced on this bridge, all of them taking various pictures of them in front of the mountain, trying to, make memories that they're going to take back home with them. And it does seem to be very difficult for you to try and make your way through.
With so much going on around us, is there a way to just kind of like survey the scene and like see if there's anything that seems incredibly off from what I might expect?
Yeah, you can roll your attention.
Oh, I got points in that. Okay. Roll. Here we go.
That is a success, but that does generate 5 chaos for me.
I don't like the amount of chaos we're generating, team. I'm just going to throw that out
I
there.
was gonna say that right now.
No, from what you can see, it seems like it's just a large amount of tourists. Nothing untoward is going on. You don't seem to feel or sense anything out of the ordinary that would indicate an anomalous happening here.
Sorry, you go.
I was going to say, I mean, you guys, you know how these things are. When there's a will, there's a way. I kind of lead us maybe slightly around the tourist towards one of the mountain employee doors. And just give it a old rapidy-tappity and see if it just opens for us. As sometimes the way is open before us.
One of the employee doors, you said, huh?
Employee door towards the center of the mountain, maybe, and
okay.
Scoot us around this.
This is kind of related to what I was going to say right before, Aaron, but as I know this was like a little bit ago, but as we were going past the drawbridge area and there was the workers, like people repairing things. I don't know if I could like just casually introduce myself to one of them, just get their name, ask what they're doing.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, we can say that would have happened. So it was probably Barry, the construction worker. He got pretty flirty with you for a minute until the foreman was like, Barry, pull your head out of your ass. And pull him back to work.
Sorry, Barry.
Smile sheepishly.
Run off. Thank you.
Can I get your... Oh.
I don't have one.
Okay.
Dangerous.
And Mr. Shar, if you are going to try and see if you go to open the employee door, and as you do so, it is open. It begins to open. But just as you press into it, I'm going to spend 1 chaos to use the distort ability. An object or location is changed in a mundane way. The door pushes back against you and is now locked.
Oh, that's weird.
Sure, what the
Did you
heck?
guys see that?
What happened?
It was clearly open. It just pushed on me. We got anomaly stuff. I don't know. Can't be. Is it the door?
I don't think the door is the anomaly. I think that's probably a byproduct.
That can happen. It could be this whole mountain is the main thing, and it could just. You could do
Sir,
stuff
how many
like
missions have you gone on?
that. It's hard to count them.
Is it hard to count in general?
Inside check.
It's hard to count them. I don't know. It's hard to count them.
All right.
This feels
Just
like the
give
first big
Tangerine a
one.
look.
First main one.
No worries. It's this happens surprisingly more than you'd think, but I know a shortcut.
Okay.
I thought you'd never been here before.
Okay. but let's find out. So we are going to have the first instance of one of our anomaly abilities, I believe. This is our manifold, I believe is it.
It is.
All right.
Yeah.
So manifold, you know a shortcut. So describe that short path for me, and then roll initiative.
All right. Yeah. So basically, the door has shut in front of us. We see all these people crowded on the bridge behind us, and I was like, oh, there's actually just if you go under the bridge and then sort of through this space, I think there is actually just sort of an open space that not a lot of people know about. You can just kind of like travel through, and we should probably get up north there. And I think there will actually, hopefully, open a space underneath the bridge for us to wander through.
Right. Well, let's see what the agency has to say about that. Please go ahead and roll
Yeah.
your initiative. Do you have any quality assurances in initiative?
I gave myself quite a few, just in case.
Boy.
So
All
I can
right.
try that out. Oh, did it?
I think you have to clear your rolls first.
Oh, I see. Whoops. All right. Can I do? Oh, come here. There we go. Okay. Now the issue is that
Yeah.
so I know a shortcut for me, which means I think I'm going to have to basically,
Yes.
you know, Frank's usually a lone wolf, so he just kind of usually does this by himself, but he's going to struggle a little bit more, and I'm going to spend 2 of my quality assurance and initiative
Oof.
Okay.
to get these guys through.
Oh,
All right.
shoot.
So, just to be clear, that's on a success. Your directions are correct, no matter how impossible for yourself. The shortcut disappears once it's been used. But because you have given yourself 2 additional 3s, for each additional 3 above 1, an additional person may use your shortcut. So,
Cool.
the 3 of you step forward, and what Tangerine has said is in fact true. There is an open space underneath the mountain that seems to be very rarely used. It does pass by some employee washrooms, a broom closet, as well as what appears to be just the steam room for the interior of the mountain. But as you walk on through, you do come out on the other side of the park, just around the vortex. On the northwestern side
Tangerine.
of the park.
Not gonna lie,
that?
I need these rolls to be a little hotter. We're already like starting to chat
Running
through
out
them.
of resources here.
Yeah. Now that doesn't count towards Triscendants, correct?
That is
The
correct. You
spending?
cannot create Triscendants.
Okay.
Trying to be natty.
Cool. Gotta be natural.
Cool beans.
But by the same token, if you roll Triscendants on a burnout or with a burnout roll, and it becomes 2 3s, you still activate Triscendants.
I see. Okay.
Yes. So it can happen. The vortex rumbles overhead with kids and family members screaming as it swoops down over that little lake filled with koi fish. And it has been rather rainy lately, and so the pond is up rather high, and the vortex sort of skims over the top of the pool, just spraying water like a jet ski on either side. Actually kind of beautiful in a way. But no sign of any anomalous activity.
Okay. And Mauve, did you say you were like trying to get a feel for the general like emotional state, or if there's just anything weird about the emotional state?
That's me. I'm Mauve. I was just looking if there was anything like weird seeming, like just in general.
Yeah. I think because you're now in a new area, I would ask for you to make another roll if you are trying to determine that.
Yeah, I could do that.
Sure.
That's attentiveness, right?
That would be attentiveness, yes.
Here we go, gang. The amount of just one measly 3 is like.
I would like to point out that between Tangerine's roll and Mauve's roll, I'm now sitting at a whopping 20 chaos.
No, thank
Oh, I'm
you.
sorry. 15 chaos, but still pretty chaotic.
Sounds like a lot. I love it.
It feels like a lot. You know what? Let's see. What could I do with that as you are trying to take a look? Okay. I will say that I am going to spend 6 chaos to use expand. The anomaly's domain grows, bringing another location under its power. The size of this change varies based on the anomaly's focus. And as you're looking around, again, you know, it just does seem to feel like a rather mundane day at Wonderland, and it kind of occurs to you that, like, it seems odd even that the agency has sent you here, because you've been through, granted, a small portion of the park, but nothing feels odd in this area. But before you does lie the bridge over the water that the vortex has run past, with the Pro Putt Golf and the Traveler's Roadside Cafe up ahead, on straight ahead, with Timberwolf Falls on the left-hand side, heading towards the Splashworks.
I mean, if we don't spot anything soon, we just the first mascot you see, that's who I'm gonna point them out. I'm gonna get some info. Those guys always know what's going on.
Honestly, I don't think that's a bad idea. And if Tangerine, if you think it's a good idea, of course.
And it's funny that you say that, because as you are sort of discussing that, moving over the bridge, there is actually a parade of Hanna-Barbera characters moving through the park. There's Dino and Fred Flintstone are at the head of it, with Bam Bam and the rest of the Flintstones in behind. Then comes George Jetson. There's a couple wacky racers in there. Some of them are playing big brass band instruments, and it just seems to be a celebration of Canada Day, with Droopy Dog waving the flag, the Canadian flag, as they're walking back and forth throughout the park.
Being so patriotic.
Canada Day.
Which one of those looks the most receptive or the most perceptive? I don't know.
Dino was always my favorite.
That was exactly what I was thinking. I'm gonna rush up to him. Come on, full pursuit.
Oh no! This is a parade.
Yep.
Can I keep an eye out for
Yeah, just like, light jog right up to Dino, follow in step with him beside him, and be like, "Hey, nice day, isn't it?" And I give him a little elbow to the elbow, and I'm going to use side of the bed and try and influence their mood.
Okay.
I looked at Tangerine.
Side of the bed. When you need to change the mood in the room, casually say "nice day, isn't it?" and roll duplicity, please.
Oh.
Very cool.
Yes.
Hopefully he's not ruining our thing.
We never know how things go.
Luckily, you do have 1 quality assurance that you can spend.
So I can spend
success. But I will take back that 5 chaos. Ooh,
Jesus.
So tasty.
All right.
You can plant an opinion in the mind of one person you're speaking to.
So I start to change their mood to, let me just see the list again. I was going to make it seem important. As soon as I came into the area and gave him the elbow, he started to feel important. And the underlying feeling is almost like you're talking to someone with a clipboard and a badge, and they're asking you, is anything different today? So that's the underlying sentence that lingers in their mind.
So
I guess they're feeling important.
So Dino, initially does the quiet mascot wave, but as you ask him and bump him, with your elbow there, he does a double take, and you can see that the head in the center of the chest piece kind of turns. He goes, "Oh, hello, sir. Yes, it's a wonderful day out. have I seen anything weird? It's kind of hard to see anything in the in this whole getup, but
yeah, but I know
the-
you guys, you make your rounds around this place, and I'm not talking about just like the weird customer. I'm saying rides that doing stuff rides aren't supposed to do. The fun house is a little too fun. Snacks misbehaving, that kind of stuff.
There were some, like, you know how kids are always freaked out, like the kids are stupid, and it's kind of like looks around like kids are stupid.
It's true. They drink puddles. It's crazy.
They're always scared of Scooby-Doo's mansion, but I saw parents and like older folks running out of Scooby-Doo's haunted mansion, absolutely horrified.
Okay.
Like, even Fred ran out of there earlier, and like he works there. He's part of the mystery crew.
Big strong guy. Yeah. Does the whole car by himself.
That's on the ascot.
They break off a piece of the hot dog to put it into his mascot hand.
Sorry, does Char think that that's a real person?
Probably
Fred?
does. Yeah. Just like, yeah. Hey, thanks. You're gonna put in a good word for me with the big guy, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Whoever's up top on this thing, they will know. But
excellent. Good. Because park manager, he's tough to please, Anyway, and he realizes that he's following behind on the price. He's like, I gotta go. And he starts making demon noises, like the panting and whatnot, as he runs back to get in line behind Fred and goes back to waving happily to the crews.
I tuck the rest of the hot dog back in. Seems like Scooby-Doo. It's a little spookier than normal.
Excellent.
I don't know.
The show?
Whatever they do, like he said, a house, the Scooby-Doo mansion or something. I don't know.
I pull out the map. There, haunted mansion.
Good job. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
That'll be it.
Yeah, and you can absolutely see that. The haunted mansion is towards the northeastern side of the park there. As you start approaching towards the park, though, you can see that the mansion's getting closer, but then it stops getting closer. And it seems like no matter how far you walk, that the mansion just doesn't get any closer as I spend distort to lengthen out the amount of time that it takes for you to get there. And in that time frame, the anomaly expands once again.
Okay.
Bringing me down to 7 chaos.
Okay.
All right.
The threat grows. As you all become painfully aware that you feel like you've been walking for hours, suddenly you snap to, and you're right in front of the Scooby-Doo mansion.
Oh, well, there it is.
Yeah. Wow. This place is bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
No, something's up.
Yeah, and looming before you is, the facade of the front of a mansion that looks like it was lifted straight out of the, the cell drawings of the old Scooby-Doo cartoon. You can see the mystery van is out front, and there's the canned thunder and lightning that's flashing about. And, the voices over the PA system like, "Can you survive the haunted mansion?" Thunder, boom, boom, boom.
We just got to get in there, I think.
There's more to it than that, right?
Well, but there's also, but we just got to get in there.
I mean, also true. Yes, good point.
But also, Tangerine, if we were to find this anomaly, and if some of us weren't as experienced in capturing them, what should we do?
What about that?
If you're just gonna take the lead, I'll follow, no problem.
All right. Well, I think the big thing. I mean, I will probably take the lead, although you guys seem to be doing pretty well. I will say that a big part of this thing is you have to try and figure out we have to evaluate what the anomaly is.
Right.
So that'll, once we figure out its focus, which is kind of the thought that it was born from, and he just kind of looks around and then pulls him a little closer.
Yeah.
And because you need to understand it. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say fear at the moment. But then there's also
that's interesting.
Well, that's the second part of it. Although someone tells me I've been feeling a weird feeling down my spine, but there's a domain aspect as well. We have to try to figure out where it is. And
okay, interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, we do it a little differently on the day-to-day, but I see what you're saying. So it wouldn't be the whole park that's necessarily the domain. You're thinking it's just this house.
I'm thinking, I don't know if Frank would know this. I'm thinking it at least was this house.
Right.
Yeah, it's been okay. So
fear or house.
Yeah. Okay. And what do we do with that?
Can you survive the haunted mansion? You hear that canned audio over the speakers once again.
Is there a lineup?
No. It seems that the attraction is growing more and more deserted. In fact, there's actually almost like a perimeter around the space that nobody is approaching. It's actually noticeable. You can see a ring of people in its absence, sort of staying away from this mansion.
Well, we could, of course, try to get in the back or something like that, but we could always just walk right in and see what's happening. Again, Tangerine, whatever you think is the right move here.
I think it's good to assess first, so I'm gonna recommend going in front. It might not even necessarily be aggressive.
Now, what's our cover story in case someone asks? You're our dad, or?
I don't think anyone would buy that, right?
Oh, easily. Yeah, you got that energy. You got the age on us, for sure.
Well, Char, I was thinking you might be like the fun uncle or something.
Sure, but he's like twice my age, so he could easily also be my dad. But yeah, I could do either one for sure. So
cool.
Okay. We could also be inspectors if it comes.
We're the
inspectors.
Barberas. No, that won't work.
Oh. I always love the secret shopper angle. Nobody questions it.
Oh, that's a good one. Are you sure you're just cleaner?
Cleaner is it's an outdoor cleaning thing. It's
no. Are you sure you're just cleaner? Are you not part of narrative at all?
No, just solving problems.
Could work your way up though, if you wanted. It seems.
I don't know about that. That seems like that's Tangerine's realm.
Yeah, but everyone wants to move up.
I'll be the ladder itself. I'll help you.
Start winding through the.
Can you survive the haunted mansion?
We're just talking as we're going through this.
Yeah, obeying the ropes.
Yeah. So as you enter into the Scooby-Doo haunted mansion, there is the strobe lights trying to mimic lightning. There's that canned thunder. You do see a number of standees of old Scooby-Doo villains like mummies and the like. How are you guys moving through this mansion? Are you trying to remain quiet? Are you just taking it in as though you are typical park goers?
Touching everything, trying to see if the mummies react to us, if anything is misbehaving.
I'm walking awkwardly casual, trying way too hard to blend in.
Oh, and there is not really anything to blend in with, as you do notice that this attraction is conspicuously empty. But you do hear, you know, the howls of werewolves and the storm in the background, and the wind rattling shutters that aren't there as it tries to create this haunted mansion. And there is a moment where it's very silent. And Tangerine, your phone rings out loud as I spend 3 chaos to have one of your constituents approach you and call you. So your phone is ringing, and it's not anybody that you know off. Sorry, I should say it is not Margaret, and it's not John, I believe. This is Anne, another member of the PTA. She's actually the treasurer. As a
just pick up, excuse me, just keep going along. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Frank, it's Anne. We've got an emergency.
Something.
It looks like we don't actually have enough money to be able to front the bake sale tonight, or on Monday night, and the change box has just completely gone missing. I need you to come and help me find it right now.
Right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
well,
If we don't have the money, how are we supposed to run the bake sale?
Well, I mean, I am sure. Actually, I am so sorry, Anne. I completely forgot. I actually have the cash box. You know, I brought it with me. I do have it on me, and I will be bringing it in on Monday. I just, you know, so many things going on.
Okay.
I completely forgot.
Okay. That's such a relief. I was in the school. I was trying to make sure that we had all the change. Frank, you know you're not supposed to remove that from the school, right? That's actually a pretty serious offense.
I did not realize that.
As PTA president, you should really be. You know what? It's fine. I'm just glad that you know where it is. I'll overlook it this time. Just you know, the next time that we have a vote on something and I bring forward an issue, you know, maybe just remember that Anne kept us quiet.
I am your guy. I really appreciate that. I honestly, it was a safety concern, and you know, just alpha male. I had to save it. But I've got them. How much was our float? From what you remember?
It would have been $100. Just
okay.
You know how our bake sales are.
Yep. Nope.
Gotta have plenty of change.
$100 is doable because I have that cash box.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I can relax now. Okay. Oh God, what time is it? Oh my God, it's 1 o'clock already. I've got to go pick up the kids from swimming lessons, and I've got to go and get Marilyn over to ballet. Oh my God. Okay. Thanks, Frank. Bye.
Oh, thank you. And shit.
So I would like for you, Frank, to please take 3 demerit points.
Oh,
as
there
you
it is.
lied 3 times. You said you had the cash box.
How'd you lie to Anne?
You said that you took it with you, and then you said, "I have $100."
I could have $100. That I can give
in the proper change and denominations.
Oh.
Take those demerit points, and I'll mark those down. Don't worry, I got you.
Oh, okay. Would you potentially give me? Would you say that that's a great excuse of why it had gone missing?
Oh, I will. I will give you a commendation for that as well.
One commendation. Okay, that hurt a lot, but I think there's a little bit of plus, just a little plus.
And just as you hang up the phone, all of you hear a sort of low groaning and a growl, like
Are you hungry or something?
The zombies are out of Scooby-Doo, and you notice 3 plastic zombies come lurching in stop motion out from behind the next wall, and they begin to approach you and sort of stiffly reach out with their plastic hands. Tangerine, you were in the lead there, speaking on your phone. So as one reaches out to swipe at you, you have an opportunity to react.
Ooh, okay. I am
real or not real?
Real. I am actually just going to try to. I'm gonna grab one of those wood pieces that usually like pops out at the people. I'm just gonna grab it and try and like get it in the way.
Okay. So I'll ask you to roll dynamism, please. And I should point out that I have also used the last of my chaos for the manifest trigger.
So don't do more, okay, Rowan?
Which allows me to manifest a minor anomaly, and as such, Tangerine would know and understand that you are facing off against 3 minor violent anomalies.
Oh, 3 minor violent.
Why'd they have to be violent?
All right, let's roll this. Oh.
Okay.
Thank you. Transcendence.
Oh, you did it!
Transcendence. 3 threes means that you do get an absolute success, generating no chaos from me. As well, you get to choose one of the 3 following options. You can either have that count as any number of 3s, you could recharge 3 quality assurances, or receive 3 commendations.
Oh, that's a tough choice.
Harsh, especially since it took all those demerits. But I think I might need to take some quality assurances to get us through this. I think I'm going to take the 3 quality assurances.
Okay.
Assurai?
Yes. Now, I do see that you have 0 in dynamism, which means you do suffer a burnout. So it only counts as 2 successes, which is fine, though, because as you bring down that wooden beam to defend yourself, you sort of jam it into the thing's mouth and just sort of crumple the plastic, as it is just the hollow plastic statues that usually take up residence within the mansion, and it crumples and falls to the ground. You have an opportunity to now act.
Yeah, I will. I will call out the 3 minor violent anomalies. Do I know if the one that kind of crumpled is it sort of worn out? Or?
Yes, yeah. From your experience, these things tend to inhabit physical objects, and if the physical object is damaged in some way, they usually seem to dissipate.
All right, I'm gonna say go for the head, and I consider using the company briefcase, but then I don't because I'm a company man. So then I'm just going to, what would he have on him? I'm just gonna try and hit this thing. Honestly, try and bash the second one.
Okay, just gonna punch it. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your dynamism once again, please.
All right. So I technically, I haven't put the quality assurances in, but I'm not going to do dynamism because that's probably not one of the ones I was going to do. I do initiative and one more persistence. So I will roll a dynamism. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Roll.
There we go.
There we go. 1.
Right. And that is the success. Yeah, you just reach out and punch this thing, and it kind of feels like punching a kiddie pool with that sort of vinyl plastic, and it just kind of crumples. And the jaw turns to the side, and it looks at you for a moment, and then just collapses, and you see a whisper of something sort of dissipate. The last one that's left reaches out for you, Mauve, and sort of reaches for your shoulders, and seems to try to be taking a bite out of you.
When Tangerine first said these were minor vicious anomalies or violent anomalies, took out my flip notebook, and I'm trying to find my notes on what that would mean for me, and then I see it coming for me. I just reach down, grab my little healed shoe off. No! Just try to hit it in the face.
Okay. Yeah. So that'll be a dynamism, please.
Okay, cool. Okay.
All right. Double success. So you pull off your sensible heal, but it is small, and you crack it in the forehead and leave a pierce mark, and it seems to sort of deflate and just shrivel up, almost like when you leave a plastic bag in the car, and it just sort of shrivels up like an old balloon and just collapses down.
I turn to these two. I did that one. That was me. I did that one.
Good job, briefcase.
Yep, good job.
Briefcase, yeah.
Scoop them.
Yep. Okay, so Mauve, you open up the briefcase and you slide it forward into the center of these three vicious anomalies or violent anomalies, and you see the interior of the briefcase is just filled with this pulsing crimson light.
I lean over. I've never seen the inside of one of these before.
Yeah,
it throbs for a moment, and as you're looking down into the infinite crimson light, it reaches up and just sort of seems to snatch in these like tendrils some unseen sort of presence, and then spirals around itself these three beams of light, becoming almost a braid, and then just pulls down into the briefcase. Briefcase slaps close, clasps, lock.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I never had zombies before. That's new.
Yeah.
Are we done? You think we're done? That's kind of what the game.
And actually, as you asked that, Char, all of you noticed that the sense of oppression and fear that was sort of permeating this place seems to sort of dissipate. And as you're all taking that in, children and families begin to filter on back into the haunted mansion here, and seems to feel like a wanted attraction for everybody once again.
Oh, that was it? We did it.
I don't know.
Seems too easy. Let's blow it up.
Yeah, there's got to be something.
And as people are bustling past you, there's always those snippets of conversation that you catch, as you do in parks. When you're waiting in the line, you catch all these conversations that were never meant to be heard by you, but you get the out of context bits anyway. And you hear these two teenagers that are poking at the exhibits and sort of making fun of this whole thing. They go, "Man, I can't believe that. Like, why is that whole section so packed? It's not like anybody wants to ride the Dragonfire anymore. That thing's ancient." And the guy's like, "I know, man. We couldn't even get into the arcade. It's ridiculous."
Sorry, young man. You say it was this old guy comes up and is like, what is that? One of the hip places to go?
I just slide in front of you wearing the denim and sunglasses, just trying to make myself look cool in front of them. The Dragonfire, you say? What's so cool about that?
Roll an empathy for me, please.
I was actually trying to pull for presence, which is you stand out in a room.
You know what? Okay. Yeah, I'll give you presence. Sure.
If that could work.
Yeah.
Oh,
jeez. Just barely.
Just a success. Yeah. So they kind of stop for a second and oh, nice shades. Yeah. The Dragonfire, it's an old ride. It's been here since I don't know, probably since I was a baby. It's kind of a cool ride. It's got 2 loops, but it's just that whole section's packed, man. It's I've never seen a lineup for that ride. And there's a lineup for the arcade. There's a lineup for the pirate show. It's just I don't know what's going on in here. Everybody's on the rage, there was even fights over there. People were like just trying to stay on the ride.
Oh, interesting. This is all unusual, you'd say.
I mean, I guess, but like it's a busy weekend, man, you know?
I just looked to Mauve and Tangerine. All right, thank you very much. If you see Dino lying around, let him know. This stuff's still going on, and we gotta get out of here.
The other kid's like, whatever, man. This guy's a dweeb. Like, and they take
Let's get
off.
out of here.
They kick the plastic zombies. Like, this place is trash. Oh my god. As they walk
They
away.
paid $40 to get in here just to make fun of this place.
That's teens for you. What are you gonna do?
No, I wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Dragonfire Arcade.
Yeah, they said something about fights and rage.
The Rage, I think.
The Rage. Interesting.
Of course, yeah. No, what I said was stupid. So
It's probably a drink or something. I don't know. They're always coming up with crazy names for drinks.
and Mauve's writing down lots of like, she/Rebekah has a lot of theories about what's going on, but they're not ready to share. So just writing down a lot of notes.
All right, here comes the mini train. Fast pass all the way to Dragonfire.
Jump on the back.
Jump on the back of the mini train.
Yeah, sure. So you absolutely do that, and it kind of only takes you to the edge of Hanna-Barbera land, as it is meant to be like part of the kids zone, right?
We give them the salute as we
last stop,
go.
everybody off.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's like seriously, guys, get off. It's my break time.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Sorry, it's her quiz.
All right, enjoy your day. Yeah, and like chugs off.
Here.
Chard, this place really suits you.
It's honestly pretty cozy here. Yeah, it feels like you can just kind of be yourself, blend in nice. It's good.
I love it for you.
Yeah, and you're now
Let's get
just
their
across
hiring if this doesn't work out.
You're just across the lake from the bat now, on the other side of the lake. You know that ahead of you, judging from the map, there is the nightmare, the drop zone, and the wild beast. In sort of, you can begin to make your way down to the medieval fair if that's where you're looking to head.
Tangerine,
we would
can we get
swing
a
by.
sword? We just
You
might
know
need
what?
it.
Sure. Yeah, we'll stop by. We'll get a sword. Actually, I was wondering if you wanted to. Realize I was kind of a little overly bulked up. I was wondering if you wanted to hold the briefcase.
Sure. Yeah.
The second briefcase.
I mean, I think it kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're
I can
okay
hold
with
two if you're uncomfortable with it.
Nope. We just need to not draw attention like that.
Okay.
Okay. I honestly think her holding two is less of an attention grab than me holding one. It just seems like
I can keep holding it. I just thought you wanted to be part of the thing, but you can have a
I
sword.
can hold the gun. Like that feels like I could totally be holding the gun. So
Could you though? I don't know. Like how?
Probably not. Probably not. Probably shouldn't have that.
I think you strike me as trigger friendly or
It
trigger
could
happy.
be. Once we know what we're dealing with, though, you can toss it to me. I'll handle it.
Char, I did see a very similar version in the Jetson store.
Oh,
That's interesting. Okay.
weird switcheroo.
Maybe we get a sword and a gun.
Just saying.
Okay. Keep our eyes peeled.
Yeah. For the anomaly, the mission that we're on.
And the sword and the gun.
Sure.
All right. And as you move south over Swan Lake and into the other side of the Cadbury chocolate zone, you start to see that just on the other side of the bridge from that chocolate shop, which, by the way, is where you get the best funnel cakes in Ontario.
There you go.
Better than Toronto Islands?
Ooh, it depends on how nostalgic you are over them. Right.
All right.
But for my money's worth, Wonderland funnel cakes.
Yeah.
But you notice that it is really, really crowded. there are people that are just standing shoulder to shoulder, bustling past each other. It's kind of difficult to get through here or find a path. Just
Well, Tangerine, you know all the secret paths here, huh?
I do. But I think just give me 2 seconds, and Tangerine is going to phone. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember what the name of it is called. Scrolling through the PDF like a dummy. Yes. Okay. So Tangerine is going to pull up his phone. He's like, just a second, I got an idea. And he's going to call the agency.
okay.
Get somebody to. He's going to requisition printing press release.
Okay. Sure thing. Yeah. So you get the phone line rings through. You do have a direct line. He's like, print and press here. What's up? Oh, wait, is this Tangerine Control?
This is Tangerine Control.
Oh,
I have an immediate requisition.
all right. What do you need?
All right. I need a Canada's Wonderland flyer. And we need it to read that today there will be a sorry, pulling up. Yeah, we're gonna say that there is a surprise meeting of Ben Stiller at on the other side of. I'm gonna say like we'll just pull up the map. Maybe not Ben Stiller.
Hot off of There's Something About Mary fame.
Right? Yeah, I'm trying to think like who's super popular.
Zoolander
Jason
killed it.
Mraz. Just kidding.
That's a deep pull.
Just send him to Splashworks.
Yeah, yes, I think he's going to say, going to basically on the other side that who's Benjamin Button? Why can I not remember that?
Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt. Okay, I'm going to say Brad Pitt is showing up at Canada's Wonderland this day at the other side of the island, the splash zone.
Okay. All right. You want that published for today?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. Today's paper's already gone out, but yeah, I'll get that on there.
Can I choose? Like, is it only newspapers? Like, can I choose like flyers or posters?
I guess we could say posters as well. So, and now these are the ideas that you want these pushed all around the park.
Yeah, essentially, like all of a sudden, people are kind of looking around. They see, it's like, don't forget, Brad Pitt's gonna be at the side of the park.
Yeah, he's like, okay, yeah, we'll get a team on that right away. And
that's good.
And actually, as you like hang up the phone and like look around the park, you do see some of those posters begin to like materialize around you, where there used to be ads for the cliffhanger as the new ride. It's now like, check out Brad Pitt today only at the Splashworks, 3 to 5 p.m.
I'm just gonna be like, wait, they can't really mean the real Brad Pitt, can they? And I'm just gonna try and create a distraction.
Oh my God, you think so? Mauve starts to...
just gonna grab her collar.
I just came from the Splashworks and Brad Pitt was actually there.
I think I'm going to ask you to roll duplicity on this one.
There's a sign back there that says "Meet Joe Black."
All right, let me clear. Whoop. Why does this happen every time? I'm going to
just roll better.
Right? Apparently, that's just. I'm going to spend one of my recently got quality assurances in duplicity.
Kind of looks like a brother in the
one
photo.
Success. They don't know. He actually had this whole time. Like, oh no, who's popular? Who do you think is popular?
All
it's
right.
a half Derek Zoolander, half Brad Pitt look.
So you do spend a quality assurance in order to gain yourself a success. And as you say these things, the people closest to you, you notice that they seem to be just all sort of milling about. And somebody goes, Brad Pitt. I remember Fight Club. Fight Club was a great movie. I loved movies. I remember watching Bambi with my mom when I was a kid. Bambi's mom ended up dying. I'm dying for a burger. I used to really love making burgers in the backyard with Dad. Hot summer nights. Nights of the Round Table, and they just continue on in that sort of capacity.
Interesting.
Dude.
Just caught in this loop?
Just, yeah, caught in a loop. It seems like whenever one thought is complete, the next thought just forms off the tail end of that one.
Mauve just looks at her hands. Did I do that?
I think you did.
No, but I can kind of do that.
Do which?
Can you do it to someone else?
We're allowed to talk about our anomalies within the agency, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you are able to share as much as you wish.
I'm kind of part of a group of time-focused anomalies, and part of that is getting people to reminisce about their own lives and past. I wouldn't be surprised if perhaps something like that is going on. I don't think I did anything like that, but it could be, just something to think about.
I think it's worth and you don't feel like you've activated it.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to just try and like remain neutral. I'm just gonna like snap at some guy who's passing. Like, what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Oh man, it's got to be Men in Black. Men in Black was great. Will Smith was a lot of fun in that. He was this guy named Jay. Tommy Lee Jones. Oh, Tommy Lee Jones. He was so good in Volcano. He was so heroic in that. Oh, I like heroic movies. Those are probably my favorite. And again, he just seems to spin on in this loop. And just glazed over eyes. Like, he doesn't really make eye contact with you, as he seems to be sort of looking into the middle distance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I think my clever ruse isn't going to work, but I think Mauve, you might be ideally situated to help us through this.
Yes, and I am ready to take on that task.
You look like it.
Yeah.
Well,
take a point.
Follow me.
That can't be the rage, right? Yeah, you lead.
And yeah, in the distance, in the sort of middle distance, you do see the rage ride. So for those who don't know, the Rage is a pirate ship that is on a pendulum that swings back and forth over this manufactured lake in the middle of the medieval fair section of Wonderland. And you guys can see that it is full of passengers, but nobody is really screaming or seems to be enjoying themselves. It seems to be full of people that are glassy-eyed, just rocking back and forth. And all around the ride are people clamoring, trying to like reach for the ride as it comes towards them.
This is freaky. I don't like this.
That's not good.
Okay. Yeah, we got a problem here. How do we get on that? How do we deal with this?
Okay. I'm rolling so shit, but
I haven't gotten many successes.
We just push our way forward. I could push. I'm taking point. I'll push our way forward.
Okay.
I can start making a distraction. Maybe get these people's attention.
I'm going to
have
ask
an idea.
Mauve, if you're going to push forward in that way, to roll your dynamism, please, as you may try to shove your way through the crowd.
Perfect.
And that will be on burnout since you don't have any quality assurances. So that is a failure.
Wait, what does burnout mean? Because I might have been having to do that this whole time.
No, I've been keeping track of it. Don't you worry.
Okay.
So burnout is if you don't have any quality assurances in the quality that you roll, you will subtract 1/3 from your total.
There are a few times I probably should have done that, but that's okay.
However, in this case, oh no, don't worry, I have been tracking it. In this case, you get a complete failure. which brings me up to a juicy 11 chaos. So as you try to push in through this crowd, it just seems like it almost like the crowd closes ranks, it seems, and everybody sort of stands still.
I thumbs up. I got it. I'm over here.
And take a commendation
you're
for
definitely
confidently
nailing it.
failing.
Yeah, I am confidently failing.
You are definitely nailing it. I'm going to start
know
doing
what?
pilot arms to the whole group. If I could just get everyone's attention, and I'm going to try it again, impose leadership on a group to try and get their attention.
I will also say that I think Bex and Mauve get another commendation for embarrassing themselves for somebody else's benefit.
Hey.
That's 2 commendations.
That's 2 commendations. And then, okay, if you are trying to have a sense of presence to try and get everybody to look, I will ask you to go ahead and roll your presence, please.
Yeah, just like the ride kind of cadence of talking is like, if everyone could just please look forward, away from the swinging vehicle, keep your arms at your sides and your eyes at your feet, and then follow me towards the exit. What the fuck? I'm going to use 3 presents because I want to have something good happen. Actually, that may not be worth it because you can't like...
You can just use the 1 to gain a success, because you can't make transcendence.
I'll just try and get a 3 here. Let's just keep rolling one until I get one. See how
but
long
that is 16 chaos that I now
That's a
have,
lot.
which is a nice
good.
number. I'd like you all to know that at 10 chaos, I can just end a mundane life.
Oh,
I don't think
things
we
can
should.
really kick up a notch. Jeez, we're kind of doing like a Wonderland vibe.
We're gonna do like a Hanna-Barbera thing over here.
That might be a little off.
All right, it might be a different vibe. Yeah. So as you proceed to sorry, let me rephrase this. People do begin to turn and see you. They're like, "Oh, he's leading us to a new ride. Oh, I remember when new rides used to happen all the time. It was every year." And they continue to drone on about rides that they remember Wonderland having in the past. And as they begin to walk towards you, I'm going to spend 4 chaos to generate an imprisoning minor anomaly. And what happens is you see the space around everyone sort of separate into like thin line of water, almost as though all of these people are sort of collectively like walking a plank and standing on the edge of the plank over the ocean. And they are all now trapped there, and they sort of shuffle about, concerned, like, but we want to get to the new ride. We have to get to the new ride.
I just looked at Tangerine and Mauve. Mauve, they're like stuck in like a remember thing. Can you do anything about that? Like unstuck them?
I wish I could. If I can, that is not something I have mastery over.
Okay. Tangerine, could you do something about the literal stuck? It's like,
I can. Is there anything nearby, like literally within like 5 feet of us, that is secured to the ground?
Oh, almost definitely. I think there's going to be a large number of like little weedy trees and like fence planks, as well as probably a number of like the sort of vinyl pylons that sort of direct people. Yeah, there's a number of items around.
All right. I'm just be like, oh, okay, this is gonna get funky. They're glassy-eyed, right?
Yes.
You know what? It's a one-shot. I'm just Tangerine's gonna reach out and grab one of those trees, and I'm just gonna point to you guys and point to 2 of the pylons or whatever is closest to you, and I'm going to try and do Gyre the Gimbal.
Ah,
What is that?
right.
That's cute.
what is that?
Yeah. So basically, on a success, so we'll see, you change the direction of gravity up to 90 degrees in a direction of your choosing. If you're outside, it affects everything within about 30 yards. So I would like to change gravity so that it's pushing out to the lake. So essentially, everyone who's here will go.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead and
Let's go to the water.
Your professionalism, please, sir.
Into the water, yeah, hopefully. Okay. Let's make sure I'm clear. Clear. F this game, I'm going to spend 3 professionalism. I'm going to spend 3 quality assurance.
Spend all 3 of your quality assurances.
We're like, oh, 64. No way. We won't get 3s all the time.
Right?
Yeah. All the time. Oh my goodness.
I have done some reading on the odds of rolling even a single 3. It's interesting.
I hate that.
So on a success, you can change the direction of gravity up to 90 degrees in a direction of your choosing within 30 yards. You now have 3 threes.
Actually, I guess I don't need 3 threes, right? Like,
what do the extra 3s give you?
So he can either, the change doesn't affect a single target, such as yourself. The range is infinite for a single target, or a single target's gravity is rotated further than 90 degrees. So I don't think you need to spend it if this is what you're trying to do.
Yeah, no, I think I'll just do the ones. I'm so worried about the chaos you got. So yeah, I'll just do the one success.
Okay.
As we all basically windstorm.
Yes, so that's exactly what happens is all of you are struggling to hold on as it seems like the world tilts on its axis 90 degrees and suddenly you feel like you're in a fun house and you're hanging on to like the monkey bars of the world here to try and stay where you are. However, the entire group of about 90 or so people within this 30-yard square are all just pushed into the lake. And from your perspective, everybody has fallen into the lake from 3 stories up. And a number of people all fall and collapse on top of one another and end up in the lake. And as they all come out, they seem to have shaken free, but everybody's panicking. Women and children are in the lake now. Dads are like trying to pull people up and out of the lake. I'm going to say that has generated at least 15 loose ends. As everyone is aware of the fact that they have suddenly just ended up in the lake. And don't really remember how they got there. So a large number of people are very perturbed. However, there is a portion of the path now open to you.
You guys want to move on, or want me to try and handle that?
If there's like a youngish looking kid who also looks really freaked out by what just happened, I want to go up to them and take them, like lean down, kind of put a hand on the shoulder, and be like, "It's okay. This is a really cool place. You've been here so many times and had such great memories." To use remember when and roll empathy.
Yeah, roll your empathy.
Okay, there's one success.
That's one success. All right.
All past events, even recent ones, feel wistfully far away.
And you see him just sort of go from like frightened and anxious to just kind of calm. You see the fear sort of melt away, and he's like, "Yeah, this place has always been awesome, even when it's really hot." And he kind of just like continues to meander on about things that he remembers, but just sort of picks himself up out of the lake and pats you on the shoulder. He goes, "Have a nice day, lady," and just walks off.
14
loose ends.
I just wanted to try real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. You just witnessed the concept of a new ride. Thank you for taking a little experiment. If you would please to see it, we also have Brad Pitt at the Splash Works. And I just want to try and make people believe that, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's going to be presence once again.
Okay. I keep like looking to be like, oh, what do I add? But you don't add. You just
Is there like a help thing?
There is not, at least not in
there is not.
the rules as written currently.
Okay.
So
I'm
you
spending
did fail.
another.
You can spend another.
I don't think I've got a successful roll yet.
Didn't we always say that Aaron would be so good at a game that rolls d4s? 'Cause, like, how could he
That's
roll
true.
bad?
Because how could he roll bad? We have found out. So you sort of like step to the edge of the lake, and you're doing the park guide thing, and a number of people, especially the younger girls, they focus in on Brad Pitt, and they're like, oh my god, I'm already like dressed for the splashworks because they're all wet. They're like, we gotta go, and they start picking themselves up and get going. I'll say that does successfully close out another 7 loose ends, leaving you at 7 loose ends.
That's a record for an on-the-job performance. So let's go.
That's your record? 7?
Yeah. Well, what's that left?
7.
6? 7 left. Okay.
I note that down.
Arcade or Dragonfire? They seem like they're both so busy.
I think, right?
Well, the Rage is open now.
Yeah.
Oh well. Right. There's people still in it.
Is that what we didn't want?
The ride is still running, and you can even see that the operator is there, just glassy-eyed, just kind of like pressing the button to make it go.
Ooh.
Just talk to him. Just talk to him.
You hear droning actually coming from the ride as you come closer, and it's just like, the Rage is fun. The Rage is the best ride here. It's such an accessible ride. I remember when this first came out, and you hear this continued like droning, almost like a litany, from everybody around it, and they seem to all be saying similar things. But then you hear over top of that the arcade sounds seem to be like almost magnified from where you are, and they're coming out over top of this droning litany, and you can hear the sounds of air hockey tables being slammed back and forth, pinball machines, old retro game cabinets, that kind of thing. And then the Dragonfire is doing its loop-de-loop off in the distance, and you can hear people screaming and hollering with joy on that ride.
I'm taking point on this part, so I got this. And I pull out a accordion sheet of rip-off name tags that say, hello, my name is, and I write down Barry.
Nice.
Stick it on my chest, and then walk up to the controller of the ride. Sir, we need to shut this ride down for some repairs. If you could get the ride to... Hey, you listening to me, buddy?
Yeah, it sort of snaps you. I'll ask you to roll. I think that's going to be presence.
Yeah, I'm sure that's something I have something in. It's
you
not.
Could do it.
You've got none, but...
Oh, no. See some 3s.
With a success. Generating 5 chaos, bringing me up to 11.
But if I have 0 in presence, does that mean that 3 goes away?
Yes, it does. You have burnout. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Well.
So he just kind of like sort of focuses on you for a moment. He's like, "You don't look like Barry," and just starts
my name
pressing the button.
Is this thing not working?
He goes, they look like they're having a good time, Tangerine.
No. This is
I look over, thumbs up these guys.
See, Mauve says we're good. We should go to Dragonfire.
Mauve also wanted to go to her mom's house before we came here, so I think we're gonna just so it seems to be kind of coming through all 3 things. I think Can I try to wrestle the controls from this guy? Like basically just like
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
time to let go.
That would be your dynamism once again, please.
Why didn't I put points in that one?
Okay, this is going to be at
We'll be suffering burnout. Yeah.
yes. I'm just gonna
I believe.
Aaron, why would you say that?
I don't know what came over me. I don't know what that was.
And as
these
you
teamsters.
attempt to wrestle the controls, he's a fairly large man, and he just pushes you back, like bodily with one hand. He goes, "Sorry, sir, this area is for park attendants only. It's for your safety."
Yes, sir.
There.
Barry knows.
Doubles down.
You did your best. Gotta get out of here. Just gotta go now.
Would you know how to turn this off? Like outside of this guy?
Oh, you want me to go look for a cord?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to like follow the power lines.
Yeah.
Just like doing any investigation. Is there some kind of?
That'd be attentiveness. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Which you have 3 quality assurances in.
Come on, baby. Got my first
but you
3.
get a success. There you go.
Yeah.
So you do see the wheel underneath the machine or underneath the ride that's pushing it through, and you follow that along, and it does lead over to a generator house that's just over behind the ride in the within the fenced off area for that ride, and it does appear to be open.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little subtle slip in there and see if I can just pull them apart, pull out the power, turn off some switches.
So normally I would ask you to roll your subtlety to try and get back there, but due to everyone being otherwise busy, you can definitely get in there. And I think if you're going to try and get into that thing, I think that I think we're going to go persistence as you try to basically overwhelm the system.
Okay. We'll just try everything, I guess.
You got it.
Well, I'll use my only persistence and get a 3.
Okay.
Not a 0.
With that does buy me another 5 chaos, bringing me back up to 16 chaos.
Is the max you can get 5? Or because I adjusted to a 3, you don't?
Because you adjusted to a 3.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. And you essentially you look over the generator here and realize that this thing just runs on diesel. And just
siphon it, no problem.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yeah, then you just leave the hose on the ground and it does, begin to siphon off. There's diesel leaking out of the generator house and out into the man-made lake here. But within about a minute and a half, the ride does kind of slow to a crawl and sink. And a couple of the people nearby that were clamoring to try and get onto the rage now do so, and there's a tumult as 30 or 40 people try to climb onto the rage. And now there is just this chaos as everybody is clamoring over top of the other riders, but nobody is fighting and nobody is arguing, nobody is upset with one another. They all simply take their space and sit down. And the next person sits down on that lap, and the next person sits down on that lap, until there is a stack of people about 4 deep on each seat, just patiently waiting for the ride.
It's not a safe way to ride the rides.
No.
Agreed. I'm wondering, who's the most? I was wondering, what if we go up and try to suggest this is boring. Like this is not as cool as people think it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Get them to think about something that's way cooler from their past.
Just have, well, like even you know those things that you think about and you really like them, and then you can't try it again. You're like, oh, that's that's not really what I remember it being. Like, do you think we could? Damn, where are those teenagers? Those teenagers would have been great right now. But
We want to bum them out.
we want to say like, wow, this isn't actually as good as I remember it.
Okay.
No problem. I take off
Alright,
my
so we're
berry
just gonna-
name tag.
Yeah. Just gonna walk up to the front of the rage and be like, I don't know, guys. This is like, do you kind of remember this being bigger or like it moved cooler, didn't it? Do you remember that?
Yeah, this ride used to be I don't want them to remember how amazing it is in case that makes them want to go on it again. This ride used to be much cooler, but you know what?
I remember it.
Yeah. And I remember the splash zone also being super cool, and I think it still is.
Yeah, Brad Pitt said so today.
Brad Pitt?
Way cooler.
So,
This is just like a boat, basically, and it's not even in the water, and that's not
a good point.
I will try to roll my remember when, I think.
okay.
I think I can only really target one person with it. So.
Yeah, you can make someone feel. How about this? I will say that with what each of you are doing, I will ask all three of you to make a choice of either empathy or presence as you are trying to sort of bewitch these people.
Definitely empathy for me.
I only have one presence.
Oh, I forgot to clear first. Okay, don't tell me. Oh no, I didn't.
So, do you want us both to roll either of those?
Yeah, I all of you can roll either one.
I don't know if I've got. No, I have gotten 2 once.
Okay, I will.
You did roll 7 dice there, but I will say that it's fine.
Who did?
And you did.
So somehow added an extra.
Yeah.
I don't know. You do have one.
There's only 6 on mine.
Oh,
yeah,
weird.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I got 1 success.
Okay, all of you
Got
got successes. So there is a total of 4 successes. Not enough to activate Transcendence, but it is enough to get the attention of a number of people that are still trying to clamber on to the ride here. They're like, what am I doing? It says this, big, tough-looking like teenager who's got big rippling biceps and like a muscle shirt and a ball cap, and he's like trying to pull his girlfriend like up onto the ride, and he's like, "What am I doing?" She's like, "Yeah, seriously, what are you doing? You know I don't like this ride. Why are we even here? Like, let's go. I want to go see Brad Pitt."
Cool.
And it's like,
It's happening.
"Fine, babe. Fine, we'll do it." And they kind of gather up each other, and they do head off. And you can see that slowly but surely a number of people are beginning to sort of peter out and away. I am going to, however, spend a little bit of chaos. I think I'm going to spend 5 chaos, bringing me to 11, and we're going to use Attract. And you see within about a 30-foot radius near the Cyber Arcade, Cyber Central Arcade, that everybody just begins to like crowd in. And push into the arcade, almost like when you're in when somebody has got like the high score and they're on a hot streak on an arcade machine, and people begin to gather around. It's like that, but it's very similar to a very busy hive of bees, as everyone is sort of buzzing and pushing around each other, trying to squeeze in to the arcade.
Well, we gotta check that out.
Yeah, should we just leave this?
Well, can I, if I open up the the briefcase, will it collect anything at the rage?
No. No.
Okay.
It does not.
Cool. I also, quick question. I know a fair amount of time has passed. Is there potentially those 7 people, those 7 loose ends? Are they still sort of like in the area?
No. At this point, they probably would have like picked themselves up and moved on.
Cool. I mean, not cool, but yeah.
There's the brakes.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta get in there. I'm thinking maybe the same thing but different. Like, what if me going there saying, "Wow, this is so awesome! I love this."
And I'll be
Hey-
Barry
Hey,
again.
hey, fellow kids.
True,
Don't we all
that
really
will
like
make it
this?
uncool. Yes, yes.
I have heard
yes.
that.
Can you roll a attentiveness for me, Tangerine?
Ooh. Yeah, this will be at burnout.
This will be suffering burnout, yes.
Okay, I'm going to have to spend a. Oh,
You
an
don't have any
emergency.
quality assurances in this.
Can I
We
spend
have
an
an
emergency?
Oh, the
You
emergency.
can.
Yeah, I
You
forgot
can
about
spend it. Just be aware that if you suffer any harm, but that's up to you. I won't say no.
You know what?
You got 2 more.
Yeah, right? Okay, I'm not going to get hit twice.
Okay.
He said. Okay.
Okay, so you spend a quality assurance to generate 3 threes, meaning that I don't get any chaos, which I'm just fine with. It doesn't activate Transcendence, however. It occurs to you that the hive activity, so to speak, is all centered around the front entrance of the arcade. And there seems to be a sort of pocket around the buildings otherwise, as people aren't really near that or seem to be over near the climbing wall.
So this seems to be where it's like situated.
It does, yeah.
Or that I
And
could- yeah.
also occurs to you with it, with 3 successes, that there's probably a way to get in the back.
Oh. I mean, I do with everything by the book, but yeah, that makes sense. Mauve. We're gonna try your. I can't remember. Chartreuse. It was your plan from the other. We're gonna go in the back.
Yes. And I stick the Barry sticker on again. Let's go, fellas.
Okay.
Yeah.
I look the exact same to everyone else. I look like Barry. To you guys, I just look like myself.
Nice.
And that's entirely it. Is as you enter in through the fire exit, which strangely doesn't appear to be active currently, which Barry knows that is a health code violation. Their health and safety violation.
I write it down in my notebook.
You can see that the place is just this like blazing cacophony of like sound and light, excited children, overwhelmed parents. Even though everyone outside is glazed, everyone like glazed over, people in here have that but still seem to be going through the motions of enjoying an arcade experience. The retro section in back where you guys are past the hockey tables is particularly packed. Young and old people are clamoring to play the old machines, with Pac-Man being the clear standout amongst the old arcade games that include like Galaga and Othello and that a number of other games like that. Oh, Pole Position for sure. There are several stacks of next quarters on top of the machine, and people are all jostling one another for a chance. Each of them do have that glassy look in your eyes, and as you approach, they all turn to you, and to your perception, everyone, they appear to be like a gathering of zombies from like Castlevania and Ghosts and Goblins, and Friday the 13th. They or even from Night of the Living Dead. They all feel like these old representations of zombies, and they all sort of turn to look at you as one, and begin to sort of launch or lurch forward at you. All of them groaning and dribbling saliva in their glassy-eyed stares.
Hey, you're gonna break those machines, kids.
And something's got to be causing this. These people aren't the anomaly. Something's causing it. Tangerine, you got to get that gun ready, but we gotta find the source.
No, we're not supposed to use the gun unless it's extraneous circumstances.
This feels.
It's a direct
feels
quote from the handbook.
Yeah. Okay.
Besought upon.
What's that?
They're coming.
Yeah, run away. They're people. I'm just running away from the people. Can I quickly make like a scan of the area to see if like any of these arcade machines or any of these things are like a source that are like
Sure.
definitely
Roll
different in
attentiveness
some
for me,
way.
please.
Sure. Attentiveness. Do I have? Oh, I got lots of those.
Oh, wow.
Look
That
at this.
is Triscendence.
Boom.
So you
naturally,
can
buddy.
recharge up to 3 quality assurances, or
Okay.
choose 3 commendations, or have it count as any number of 3s.
I mean, if I can make this count as 6 3s to definitely spot the source of this anomaly, I
Sure.
would do that.
Absolutely. So you're looking around in a sort of furtive panic moment as these zombie arcade players are coming at you, and you look past them at the Pac-Man machine, and you notice it's not just a couple next quarters. It's not even a couple stacks of next quarters. There are just rolls and rolls of and like loose coins stacked all over the machine. And as you look at it, it begins to sort of shake and rumble, almost like a refrigerator whose generator is out of whack, or a washing machine that is offloaded on the spin cycle. And
Tangerine.
as you lock eyes with it, the
thing.
demo screen on the Pac-Man machine sort of seems to enlarge in your vision, Shar. The black bars on the side of the screen extending outwards, enveloping all of you in this infinite black space. It's sort of, as that you're enveloped, the screen heightens and begins to hover over top of you. And this twisting the darkness almost like a wound spring. And all of you suddenly find yourself standing in a space of that same black, but there are blue walls all around you. And as you're taking it in, the ground shakes as a large yellow sphere with a chunk taken out of it lands in front of you. And it goes waka 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 waka. It begins to chase after you.
Jesus.
I have spent 8 chaos to bring you all into the domain of the nostalgia anomaly. You are currently displaced. A group of targets are brought into a surreal space. No one can be harmed physically here, but the anomaly has full control over what you experience for a brief period.
Oh, God.
The anomaly is running after all of you.
I will grab my BlackBerry. Look at it. It's okay, guys. We've got time.
All right.
And
Very nice.
So, if we're in a hurry to complete a task, you may check your timepiece and say the phrase, "We've got time." So please roll me your professionalism.
okay, don't worry, guys. It's not a burnout roll, so that's got to be for something. Okay.
Okay, that is a success. You're right. The pursuer is just too slow, or the full moon is not quite ready to rise until you're done, as long as the task is focused on and approached genuinely. So,
And I got one more 3, so I gain an additional minute of preparation.
very good. Okay, so what I will let you guys know, and you would know this as agents, is that in order to successfully capture the anomaly, you either have to satiate its desire, convince it to enter into the briefcase, or somehow trick it into the briefcase. Otherwise, you have to kill it using the ripple gun. The ripple gun does not require a roll. It is so long as you have it within your sight unobstructed, the ripple gun is successful and will obliterate the anomaly. So you've bought yourself some time.
All right. Well,
I think I have an idea, and it doesn't require the gun.
Char, I think I have the same idea as you, but you go first just in case.
Okay, and I take off the sunglasses, and you see behind my eyes, it's just like whirls of yellow, like 2 tunnels of yellow light. And I start stretching my arms out and turn into like a black shadow, and I'm going to use Nightmare. And as I slowly pull open the denim jacket around me, you see like one of those like vision Rolodex thingies that has like they have pictures of like
the old viewfinders.
Yeah.
The viewfinder, and slowly that is what I'm kind of like displaying as, and you see Pac-Man's eyes or whatever reflecting in it as I'm going to try and learn its most secret desire as I tap into its nostalgia. If dice will allow me.
I lean over to Tangerine.
Presence.
That's not the idea I had.
Blowing. Like,
so at the time, but for every third 3. So this is roll presence. How much presence do I have?
You have
Only 1.
Yep. You can spend your emergency assurance.
Oh,
Have to admit,
emergency. Okay.
hasn't bitten me in the butt yet.
Yeah. I will actually spend 2 of those to get me up to 3, so I can learn that.
Oh, and they have to
secret
spend
desire.
1 emergency assurance, and that would bring you up to a
But I-
total of 4 threes.
One
You're spending
emergency
your-
assurance gives you 3 threes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Holy smokes, that's really good. Okay, so then I get the third 3 at least, and then I can learn the target's most secret desire, which I'm aiming for it to reveal in the viewfinder.
Okay, and the viewfinder begins to spin, and you can see it's a still image of the Pac-Man machine sitting in storage for years at a time. It used to be played every day. It used to be the sole breadwinner here at the Cyber Central arcade, but over time, it seems as though kids found new games to play. Air hockey came in, and then Donkey Kong, and all of these other popular games, and eventually it was taken off or unplugged and put into storage, and it sat there for years and years and completely forgotten about.
Yeah,
Sure.
I just kind of like let the nightmare form fade away, put the sunglasses back on, and show them the limited remainder of the viewfinder, and show them the image of that.
All right.
Yeah.
So we show. So here's my thing. We show that it is currently super, like, a lot of people are interested in it, but that is because it's doing something negative. So I don't know if that would make sense. But thank God
It's
I
not
brought.
genuine.
Yeah, well, that's what I was wondering. But thank God I brought some of the coins from outside that all the people were using. And I don't know if that will take like a agency element, but like.
Mm.
You know what? Roll professionalism for me.
Oh, I do has that.
Do it. Do the thing. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, I
Yes.
mean, you got a bunch of.
So as you were being pulled into this domain, you did have the presence of mind to run forward and grab a handful of quarters. So you do have effectively a roll of quarters in your hand.
I mean, this shows that like the interest in it has people having it now, and then maybe that would calm it down enough that we could. Or-
hey, you got quarters.
Listen,
You
I
got
think that's
hands.
a really good plan, Tangerine. Love your work as always. Backup plan. I think we're like backing up as this like thing is obviously like
Yeah,
still
and-
moving just slowly.
And it is starting to speed up slowly but
Mhm.
surely as you are discussing.
I go, I know you guys are really familiar with this game because you're old, but
That's more him.
Jesus.
Tangerine's gonna crush it.
and I back up and I open the suitcase and put it like right behind a cherry and go,
Mm.
maybe.
Come here, boy. Come here, boy. And I'm gonna run
I mean-
past the pellets towards the briefcase as well.
Okay. And as you do that, time does snap back, and the large Pac-Man avatar does begin to pursue you guys as though you are Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Sue, the 4 ghosts, running through the maze, and it is eating these power pellets. And as you're running, Tangerine, you are losing some of the quarters, but it's eating them as though they are these power pellets. I'm going to ask all of you as you move behind the cherry for all of you to roll duplicity, please.
A little burnout. Okay.
I think same for me. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to use another quality assurance.
Whoa, big
Double
rolls.
triscendence.
Jeez.
Oh,
You
okay.
love to see it. Sorry,
okay.
Aaron. Can't win them all.
I got 4. I just had to buy them.
So, I was going to do a thing. However, when 2 of my agents roll triscendence, I have to reward that. And as the 3 of you dive behind the cherry and around the corner of the maze, Pac-Man slides almost, well, I shouldn't say he slides. It moves very, very quickly and turns on a dime as it would at the end of a corner to try and come at you, but it collides with the cherry, and at the same time the briefcase, and rolls to the side and goes as the crimson light reaches out once again and sort of binds itself around Pac-Man, filling it and enveloping his entire shape, and just all of at once it's pulled into the briefcase.
A piece of hot dog goes in with him too.
Just through the air.
Yeah, just
as the briefcase is about to slam shut, half a hot dog flips gracefully end over end and disappears into the crimson light as it slaps shut and the clasps secure. And at that same time, snap back to reality.
Oops, there goes gravity.
Thank you. Somebody had to.
You did that, Tangerine.
You are...
Who you calling old?
Back in the arcade, and there are about 100 people all standing around, very, very confused, as they stare at the dust outline of where a Pac-Man machine had stood only moments before.
Still wearing my bob name tag. I go,
Barry.
So Barry, sorry everyone. Just need to. We had to take this machine for repairs. Lots of other things in the arcade for you to enjoy, and this bad boy will be back and running shortly. Great game, real nail biter.
Here, everybody, several people like, oh man, I really wanted to try and get the highest score, and my dad could get to the kill screen, and it just. The conversation continues on, but there are no loose ends in that regard, due to most everybody in here being under the influence of that thing and not understanding. So it has been a successful capture mission.
Awesome.
Didn't even have to use the gun.
I'm going to use my transcendence for commendation. I need that. I need it.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we're allowed to use that for something. Yep. I'll also use mine for commendation. It's one commendation.
No, you're gonna get 3 of them.
3.
All right.
3 commendations.
Excellent. So the job finished. You take your 2 briefcases and exit the park, likely stopping for, I believe, a sword and a ray gun on the way out.
Yeah, probably some chocolate.
Probably getting some chocolate.
You just stocked up with random stuff.
As soon as we're in the van, I go to grab a muffin out of the bag.
She earned a muffin. She saved everything. She stopped the guy.
I need these muffins. These muffins are not for you.
Oh.
By the way, does anyone have $100?
No, I don't get paid.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know my bank PIN or anything, so it's been real rough.
And so you do make your way back to the agency, taking roughly several hours, as this is about 4 p.m. on a Saturday, Canada Day long weekend. But the sun is beginning to just peek behind the buildings, filling the streets with the long shadows of a Toronto evening as you enter into the agency. And Rose admin is there to greet you, and she's just, you can see her hair's a little messed up, and she's just sort of disheveled. It's like the end of a long day. She goes, excellent. It's wonderful to see that you've been successful, and you will be reimbursed accordingly. I do have an appointment, so if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go see some fireworks tonight. You 3 enjoy the long weekend. Don't forget to take those downstairs to the vault.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay. And we'll sort of zoom out of the building here. And if you'd like, we can have each of you have just a little epilogue as to what your Saturday evening looks like. And I think we'll start with Tangerine.
So Tangerine probably will basically he's going to go pick up his daughter, and make sure then get is actually going to try and do try and figure out what the correct kind of cash would be for this thing, and he's gonna go like he ate shit for it, and he's also gonna have to buy a new case for the money and everything. Basically, like if there's any kind of worry, like if you can't get the same one, he's gonna be like, this one is much more secure, and basically is out $150 from today, and he's got the muffins. He's just frazzled. He's holding Emily, and he's got the money in the muffins on a plate and everything.
Yeah, and she's of course very bouncy and happy. She's had a good day at the babysitters. But do you have a successful bake sale that evening? And Anne is quietly, what's the word I'm looking for? Quietly holding it over you that she knows that you took the cash box. She's gonna lord it over you for a little while, but she's happy to know that she's got somebody that can owe her a favor. And Mauve, what does your evening look like?
Well, Mauve understands the intern place to be the last one out of the building, so she waits 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., probably till the middle of the night, until the last people have left, answering emails for her other internship, and then finally takes the bus home. She probably lives out in Scarborough, so takes the bus or the go or whatever she's got to do to get out there. And then gets home, assuming her mom's left out dinner with a little "please microwave and eat this" note, which she does, and then just watches TV quietly in the basement, and then by herself.
The life of an overworked intern. And Chartreuse Cleaner.
I'm just the parking lot of the shop where I was, kind of sitting down right in the pavement between some yellow lines where a car should be, and just kind of leaning back against the wall. I tell you, Pigeon, things out here, they're crazy. I don't know. It's hard. I tried to talk to a dinosaur today. I don't think he liked me that much.
Pigeon bobs its head and looks at you and sort of turns its head to the side and goes, trust me, it takes a little while to get used to it, but you'll get used to it around here.
I hope so. I met some new people today. People, not weird diner people, real ones.
Oh, did they have any bread?
No, one of them may have been filled with tangerines. I haven't checked, but the other one was she was nice. She could control time or something.
That's something we could all use more of, kid.
It's true.
Pecking up the ground.
You want the meat or the bread tonight?
The bread. Always the bread.
That's what I thought. Have the quarter remainder of the hot dog to start chewing on it, hanging out in the parking lot.
And as Chartreuse and Pigeon enjoy a fine dining experience together, we'll zoom out over top of the city of Toronto as the sun sets, and fireworks go off over Lake Ontario, celebrating a happy Canada Day, and thanks to our agents, a safe Canada Day.
Ooh, baby.
Woohoo!
That's it, guys.
We're successful agents.
We're successful.
Very
poor Pac-Man.
Some of us might get hired as a real agent. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, one of us. I don't know. Didn't she have a intern of herself to tell to go home?
That's at my other job.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Incredible. Oh my goodness. I actually felt sad for Pac-Man. Never thought that would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Excellent. Well, that has been Triangle Agency, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching this video. If you enjoyed Triangle Agency, enjoyed this and you want to check out Triangle Agency, go search for Haunted Table Games and give them a look, and maybe buy this game. It's a lot of fun. And I'd like to thank Haunted Table Games for allowing us to play Triangle Agency by virtue of having made this excellent game. And we will be back another time with another one shot in another place. We'll see you then. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye-bye now.